Oh, man, they smell exquisite. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we've got a detailed look and breakdown on these bad boys right here. This is the 2025 edition of the Air Jordan 3 Pure Money. Just in case you were wondering, this is the box, pretty standard at this point in terms of Air Jordan 3s. It would have been cool if they came in like the newer style box where it's the flip lid instead of the drop top thing, because this is like the OG box. What they've been doing recently is putting out shoes that are not OG colors in different boxes that are half like whatever the color of the shoe is and half elephant print that also is the accent of the shoe, which I think is really fun. But they didn't, probably because this was a shoe that is, I guess, considered part of the lineup before they were doing that type of thing. At least that would be my best guess. As for this shoe itself, these guys are just awesome, dude. The shape of these are so good. Like, look at this toe. It's gotten even lower. Some people are not going to like this, and I completely understand. When you're used to seeing the Air Jordan 3 a certain way for however many decades of retros, you know what I mean? Like, I understand that you guys want the really thick, boot cut looking shape of a shoe, but it's just not accurate to the 88 original. Whereas these guys right here, they've damn near mastered. Like, the Air Jordan 3 retros, or the modern Air Jordan 3 retros, are just so good. I mean, dare I say, this might be the best looking shape out of them all. Like, if you were to look at this really thin rand of elephant print right here at the toe, the tip of the toe, and then look at an 88 pair, it's almost identical. It's so good. So good. Now, in terms of history with this specific colorway, the Black Cat and Pure Money theme are plays off of basically what MJ would be called as far as like an on-court moniker is concerned. He had many nicknames, but the Black Cat is one of them, being Pure Money is another. That's more of a loose basketball term, like KD has it, where it's like easy money. But the Black Cat and Pure Money series was first introduced on the Air Jordan 4 in 2006. It was then used again the following year in 2007 for the Air Jordan 3. So there's a Black Cat 3, which previously just saw a retro. We have a review of it right here. But again, this shoe right here was originally released in 2007. They did see a retro, but they didn't call them Pure Moneys, even though it was the same exact shoe. They even had the Pure Money stitching or embroidery that's behind the heel tab, which was super funny just because it was like a really lazy attempt at what they were actually doing, which was the silver anniversary. And that was in the 2010 era. That silver anniversary series saw not just the release of the Pure Money 3s, but there was a silver anniversary 11, a pair of 9s, technically a pair of 2s, even though those weren't called silver anniversaries. But yeah, it was pretty sick. Fast forward to 2025, and these bad boys are back once again. Now, before I keep going, because I forgot to plug our
Sorry.
I just wanted to remind you guys that we have brand new WearTesters merch available now. It's a collaboration between WearTesters and Series Player Only. They make what I consider the best basketball socks in the game. So not only are we re-releasing colorways, but we're also releasing brand new ones as well, like this black and pink, this white and red. And just in case you're not a fan of the quarter cuts, we do have a black and red crew. In addition to the socks, we do have two awesome t-shirts. Simply states testing in progress. These shirts are performance shirts, but you can wear them off court if you wanted to. They don't feel like that dry fit stuff, that weird material that people don't like to wear casually. It's not exactly that, even though it is moisture wicking, lightweight, and stupid comfortable. It's got a really cool embroidered WearTesters logo on the sleeve. They're available right now at the link down below in our description box if you wanted to help the channel out, and we would really appreciate it. Now, the Air Jordan 3 Pure Money's outsole is very simple. This is the most simplistic thing ever. I will say, just to agree with or side with the people that dislike sale, I'm glad that they didn't do that to these. They do look like that eventually with certain parts of the shoe, but as of right now, they are super crisp, super clean. The only color that you see on the outsole is that little silver hint on the Jordan down there. It's technically gray. It's not silver, but still cool. Moving on up, we've got a polyurethane midsole. Inside of the polyurethane midsole is an encapsulated 4-foot air sole unit. In the rear, there is a visible air sole unit. And similarly to the Black Cat Air Jordan 3, the Pure Money Air Jordan 3 midsole does have a dual paint tone to it. So the bottom strip or whatever is matte white, whereas the top layer, like where they would normally have the color hits, is a glossy white. Ooh. It's not super noticeable unless you like have them up close in your hands, and even then it's kind of hard to see, but either way, that is what it is. And I think that looks fantastic. It looks just like the originals as well as the silver anniversary re-release, and I dig it. The polyurethane also feels nice and soft like a lot of these more recent retros, so these are just way more comfortable than retros of the past.
Excellent.
The insole is of the Dream Cell variety. It can be replaced if you don't like those. Otherwise, you can just leave it in there and you're good to go. The elephant print is nubuck. It looks fantastic. I just love the way that this looks. I love the original version and the silver anniversary version, but like this just, they look so nice, dude. Like this is almost perfection, dude. Like, this is so good. This is how a retro should be. The mudguard area is patent leather. That's the one thing, much like the Black Cat re-release, where it doesn't look exactly like the original. The originals did have patent leather on there, but it had like this weird kind of glittery look to it, almost like iridescent, like pearlescent and stuff like that. This doesn't have that. It's just straight up patent leather. I don't think that it looks bad. This is the one area of the shoe though that definitely like turns piss yellow or sail, whatever color you want to call that, eventually. So that's where like my pair, I don't have them anymore, but they were nasty by the time I was done with them. Like, they were up. The heel tab and everything, all that stuff turns yellow. The outsole turns yellow. So this is one of those shoes where it's like, yeah, don't stock these, like rock these, you know what I mean? Like, wear them while you can. They don't stay fresh forever. I will say though that the leather on here is a lot nicer than the previous release, at least in my opinion. It's like a really nice soft leather. It's not a thick cut or anything like that, so it's not like a premium grade type of leather, but in terms of retros, in terms of wearability and feel, they feel very good. You do still have the chrome hits at the eyelets, both at the base of the lace as well as at the top collar. I think that this looks great. It's a callback kind of like to that original Pure Money theme that was featured on the Jordan 4. And then one thing that typically turns yellow are these 3 plastic eyelets at the midfoot. These are silver on this particular pair, so you don't have to worry about that. Unfortunately, the other parts of the shoe do turn yellow eventually, but still, that part stays fresh. The tongue is not super nice material. That is a vinyl material, so it's a synthetic. However, the tongue logo is fantastic. It's not premium, but it looks really cool. It's not stitched or embroidered like it typically is. I don't know what you call these. Somebody knows the official term. That would be great, but whatever that is, it's on there. I'm looking for industry terms. I'm not looking for like, because I want to call it like puff paint, but it's not. It's an emblem. The heel tab does not feature Nike Air. The Jumpman that you see here doesn't bother me at all. Like I've said many times before, I grew up in the original era of these shoes, so I have seen them as they originally were, and then I also lived through the original like retro era where they dabbled in using the Jumpman logo and the Nike Air logo to separate the two. Nike Air being featured on the original colorways, whereas the Retro Plus colorways, aka the non-originals, featured this logo. And none of it ever bothered me or any of the other older sneakerheads and stuff. We were just happy to get shoes like this, like in new looks and new makeups as well as originals. But today's modern climate, everybody's like, if it doesn't have Nike Air on the back, it's trash. Like I was saying earlier, the Pure Money stitching is right here on the back of the heel tab, just as it always has been. The coolest aspect is that the S at the end is also a $sign. One last detail before I forget, this is something that we all thought was awesome when they originally released in the 2006-2007 era, where these shoes came with elephant print laces because the shoes were so plain, being all black and all white, that they added a little bit of a punch to it with the lace. For some reason, people hate that now. I don't know why, but I still think it looks cool. Having elephant print laces is dope, and they're still on here like they were originally, and I like that. And if you don't like it, I suppose you could take them out and swap them out for a different lace. It's just really up to you. Now, in terms of sizing, they do fit true to size. Whatever you typically wear in your Air Jordan 3s, that's exactly what I would recommend. These guys will be available over at all Jordan brand retailers in full family sizing. If you're local to the Sacramento or Elk Grove area, make sure that you hit up Phenom. Both of their locations should be carrying them. If you want to know about their launch procedures, all you got to do is follow them on Instagram, simply at Phenom Global. Now, with all of that being said, what is today's user submitted question of the day?
Has there ever been a Marvel or DC villain that you rooted for to win against the heroes, or just villains that you enjoy seeing?
Rooted for, no, but I will be lying if I say that I don't enjoy the stories. The best villains are the ones that make you understand what they're doing, like their logic. That typically, at least in my mind, is better showcased in film than in the books. In the books, it just is kind of like over the top, and they're literally like bad guys, you know what I mean? Like, it's very clear that that's a bad dude. But I will also say that I get weird and giggles, I guess, because like I've read plenty of stories where like the Joker's done something and I laugh out loud literally as I'm reading it, because I'm like, this is so ridiculous, I can't believe that they're doing this. It's hilarious. I wouldn't want to actually see any of that like in person, but as you're reading it, it's so like nuts that you're like, I would say like some of the more serious types of storylines and stuff, like the old like X-Men from the like 90s, that stuff did not make me laugh. That was just like some up like having to kill like one of your teammates and things like that, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, rooting for a villain specifically, I would say no, but laughing at what's happening, like making light of the situation, for sure. You?
Everybody knows mine.
We're talking about the comics, aren't we?
Well,
or did they just say...
This is Marvel or DC.
So just the world?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hopefully I explained that well enough.
But mine would be the Kingpin.
The Kingpin, yeah.
versus Daredevil.
That's actually really funny though, because I would love to see, well, she's talking about the Netflix series first off, off. But second off, I would love to have you like read, because I don't think you've actually read, unless you've read Daredevil.
Yeah, I haven't read any Daredevil. The
Oh, you
stuff
haven't? I
had
thought that
me
I had
read
you read.
was all Batman.
Was it Daredevil? What was that story where Karen Page dies? That was a fucked up thing. And that wasn't even from a villain. I mean, technically it was, but like she was like the cause of her own demise.
Yes, you've told me it.
Oh, so I've just explained the story.
Yeah,
My bad.
I know it.
That specific storyline, like now that I'm thinking about it, like it's so and it's funny, but not funny. Sorry, I'm getting off on a weird nerdy side tangent, but I would love for you to read some of the Kingpin story, because that dude's fucked up.
I know he is.
There's no way that you could side with him.
I just really didn't like the Daredevil.
Whatever, man. I just can't. I can't with you. I can't with you.
He was so whiny.
He wasn't whiny. He was just conflicted. What's wrong with that? Anyways, what about you guys? Sound off below. Let us know. On top of all of that, let me know what you think about this year's version of the Air Jordan 3 Pure Money. Are you going after them? Are you leaving them on shelves? It seems like that's what most people are doing nowadays. I think that this is a great pickup. But sound off below. Let us know your thoughts on these in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. We will catch you guys in the next one. So until then, y'all have a good one.